Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pizza Time Chronicles. It is time to get lost in the pizza sauce. Everybody, as you already know, we bring amazing guests onto the show. I've been wanting to bring this man onto my show ever since I connected with him. This is Joey Velez. He's a regional vice president for PRIMERICA. How are you doing today?
And I'm doing super great. Thanks so much for inviting us to be on the call.
Hey, Joey, let everybody know who you are.
Okay. Yeah, man. So, I mean, for me, when I say who I am, I'm going to start with the most important for me. I'm a father, right? I'm a husband, and then I'm a coach. So when I say I'm a coach, there's two different ways that I coach people. I have clients that I'll coach through their finances and help them reach financial goals. And then I have agents that I'll coach to run their own agency. So, that's pretty broad right there, but that's who I am.
That's awesome. And, today's topic, we're really going to dive deep into important things like financial literacy and life insurance, because a lot of people are ignoring life insurance. Some people don't even know what life insurance is. And that's why I bring people onto this platform so that we can get educated. Even I'm going to get educated on this because I am someone who doesn't have life insurance. So this may educate me and I can go out there, it's only to protect myself. I do know what it is, but again, this is for you. So Joey, to start off with the first question, what is life insurance and why is it important to have?
Yeah, well, I really don't like the words life insurance. I'd
Okay.
rather it be called income protection because
Okay.
that's really what it is. When you look at life insurance, it should be replacing the income that you bring home every month for your family,
Oh,
and that's all it really does. It replaces the income. So instead of think, because when we think about life insurance, sometimes people have this stigma, like, oh, well, I'm not going to use it, or maybe someone might say that they're going to use that money with somebody else, or there could be different stigmas. But when you think about it as income replacement, it becomes more of a responsibility. You have that responsibility. You have this family, this household, that you're bringing money, you're bringing your income in. And if something happens to you, how would that family pay the bills? 80% of people, Gio, live paycheck to paycheck. 80%.
80.
So if
Oh,
80% of families are living paycheck to paycheck and almost 50% of people don't have life insurance, that means that half of all America, if somebody passes away, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it all. They're going to lose the mortgage. They're going to lose their lifestyle. They're going to have to downsize. So life insurance really protects the income that you're bringing home to your family. And I just really believe that that's a responsible thing to do. And it doesn't have to cost that much. I mean, the younger you are, the cheaper it is. There's different types of insurances that you could get, but you'll have to see like what's suitable per person. But yeah, life insurance is income protection to make it simple.
you talk about the responsibility piece, which is huge. You know, what, when do you feel is the most responsible time to pursue a life insurance plan? Because, I've seen the commercial. They say there's no perfect time to start. You're never too old to start. When do you feel is the best time to start?
Well, the younger you are, the cheaper it is.
Okay.
So life insurance really goes by age. That's one of the big indicators. But the younger you are, the cheaper it is. I got life insurance when I was 19. Okay, and I wasn't married. I didn't have kids. I was living at home with my parents. But my thought process was, you know what? If I pass away at that time, I want to be able to leave my parents money for their retirement, and I want to be able to cover my funeral. I don't want them to have to do a GoFundMe or stress out about that. So for me, that was the right time. I got it and I locked in at a great, great rate because I was obviously a lot younger. But then as I got older, I ended up adding more coverage, and it was easier to do that just because I already had life insurance.
Okay. And you also mentioned things about stigmas. Um, do you feel that those stigmas are holding people back from gaining life insurance? And do you think it's affecting them in the end game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to sit down with a professional and get your questions answered. The reason why most people don't get life insurance, it's one of these three reasons. Number one, it could be that, they don't think they could afford it. but they've never gotten a quote, so they don't know. Number two, they don't think it's important. So then you should sit down with somebody so they could explain to you the importance, and you can come up with a game plan to see why it should be important for you. Okay. And then the third reason is they don't really understand how it works or the different plans that are out there. So if you could get those questions answered, I'm pretty sure most people would take the first step, but you have to sit down with somebody.
It all starts somewhere. I know I started talking to somebody about it because, we're going through a very drastic time. We're still in a pandemic. It's crazy to say that 3 years in, we're still in a pandemic. We're losing loved ones left and right, and it's not always by COVID. Life is unexpected. So it's great with what you're doing right now because you're in attention of not only helping your family, but you want to help other people. We talk about that 80%. That's huge. 80% of people don't have life insurance, and I'm included. I'm not doing this because I have it. I don't. Who do you know who this affects within that 80%? Like, does it affect low income families? Does it affect those mostly who don't know about it? Do you know more of those statistics?
Yeah, I mean, most people say that they have life insurance through their job, but if you lose your job, you lose your insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And each plan is different. So I can't go into specific details or recommendations because everybody's situation is different. But what I could say is that, middle America is the one, that's suffering. And when I say middle America, I'm not saying, not the rich, right? Not the low class people, but just where most people are. Most people are middle America, and most middle Americans don't have life insurance, and they're the ones that need it most.
All right. And, do you feel eventually that 80% is going to drop, or do you think it's going to rise?
Hopefully with more education, people continue to grow in that area and seek out for help. Life insurance it's the foundation. When you're looking at building your financial house, the foundation is life insurance. And then it would be an emergency fund,
okay,
then debt elimination, then retirement, then college savings for kids, and then the goals and dreams. But the thing is that most of us, and when I first started in this journey, I was thinking of the goals and dreams. I wanted to have the nice car, I wanted to have the nice sneakers, the nice clothes, all that stuff. But then I wasn't really focused in it, and I wasn't coached growing up to do that. I mean, my parents didn't know. They kind of focused on the goals and dreams, and they thought that was the pinnacle of success. But when you're building any house, like let's say you're building a real house, you got to have a strong foundation. And that's what takes the longest when a house is getting built, the foundation. So life insurance is the foundation, but then having a strong emergency fund. And that's one of the things that we do. We help our clients come up with a financial game plan so that they could build their financial future.
And not to misconstrue your words, I think you called it a income protector, correct?
Yep.
When I was hearing about it and learning about it more, I kind of said it's a legacy protector, in my opinion, because it adds on to different things. Your family, your college fund, their college fund, what you want to invest in, what you're trying to leave behind, but you want to be able to build that while you're alive and feel secure. It brings that secure feeling, which is why I call it legacy builder. Nobody else has to call it that. That's just because I'm very attached to the word legacy. But if I could ask you that question, do you think people who are attached to their legacy, who want to leave a good legacy, live in their legacy, do you advise them, would they feel more secure in their legacy if they have life insurance?
Okay, well, let me ask you a question, and this is a little funny example. Do you know who your great-great-great-grandfather is, Gio?
Absolutely not.
You know why? Because he didn't leave any money. He didn't leave a life insurance, right? And if he would have left the life insurance and a legacy, right, you would have a picture above your fireplace. And I always joked around, well, I don't even have a fireplace because I couldn't afford one, right? But that's a little funny example, but that's the beginning, right? So we have a life insurance, you could secure a good legacy, and I'm sure people are going to talk about your future generations. They'll definitely mention your name because their life is better off because you made the right decisions.
Awesome.
And that's what we, that's, and, and that's just what we do here. We help people make decisions that are in their best interest. And your best interest is to have the right foundation.
Oh, awesome. Of course, they're definitely having a strong foundation that just keeps everything alive for you. We talk about the life insurance piece. Obviously, we need to talk about financial literacy. And then this might be a more funny question, but this is more your perspective. How reckless do you think people are with their money right now, if you can answer that?
Everybody's different, but people spend money where they believe is important. Okay. So some people, they find value in looking fresh, so they spend their money there, and they think it's an investment into themselves. Some people find value in just, spending time with family and going out to eat and going to all these different places. So then what my job is to figure out, okay, where do they find value, and how can I attach that value to their goals and dreams?
Okay.
How can I do that? So right now, if somebody wants to be able, they want to spend money looking nice or whatever, well, you know what? Maybe we could come up with a budget of every week. That's how much they spend for that. And then we automatically save and put aside for their other goals and dreams. So we're not just going to take away what they want, right? Because we're not going to go cold turkey. It's going to be super hard for somebody to just quit what they like. What we're going to do is we're going to, put some money, we're going to budget away some money for that. And then we'll we even start small. I could help somebody start saving as little as $25 a month. So we'll start small into these different buckets, into their emergency fund, into their short-term savings, and maybe for their long-term savings. So we'll focus on different areas. But people are reckless, and I was reckless at one point. But then once I found a goal and a vision, and I was able to attach it to what I love, it's easier to reach it.
Wow, that's amazing. And we talk about that educational piece. People willing and wanting to get educated. And as a professional, do you find that more people are wanting to get educated and just instead of pushing it off?
Yeah, I really do believe most people want the financial help. But when you look at the numbers, there's really not that many financial professionals in the US. I mean, look, there's 1.3 million real estate agents. There's 1 million lawyers. There's 800,000 doctors, but there's only 285,000 licensed financial professionals.
Wow.
And over 40% of them are over the age of 57. So over the next 7 to 8 years, 40% of all financial coaches are going to be retiring.
Wow.
So that there's a small number of people doing what we do already compared to other professions. And most of them are going to retire. Oh, so wow. We need people to work with us. And that's one of the focuses that I have, which is to license and train professionals. Okay. Every week I'm hosting webinars where I'm teaching the process and how to get licensed. And the cool thing is you could first start off getting your insurance license, because like we said, that's the foundation. Then you could focus on getting your investment license, and then ultimately the mortgage license. And we offer the training and the coaching for all three.
Wow. Everybody, if you're watching this show today, make sure that you genuinely watch this whole episode. There is great information being shared, especially for a lot of you who may have questions about this. I put out these episodes so that not only, we have fun during these episodes, but it's also to educate you on something important, such as life insurance, financial literacy, educating yourself. As you should all know, knowledge is power. Going back to the representative piece, that number, compared to lawyers, compared to people who want to be doctors and other professions, why do you find younger professionals don't want it to get into your line of work?
Well, I'm not sure if they don't want to get into it, but they don't really think that they could.
Okay.
Or they don't really know how to start. Because like you could go to college and get a financial degree, right? You could go get your MBA in finances.
Yep.
But that doesn't make you a financial coach, because you still have to get the state licenses. Okay. And in order to get a lot of these licenses, like the investment one and the mortgage one, you have to be appointed by a company. So most companies, they won't even give you a chance. They're going to give you an interview. They're going to be super strict. They're going to intimidate you. They won't give you a chance. For me, man, I started as a 19-year-old kid. Guess how much I knew about finances? Nothing, not a dang thing. I didn't know anything about finances. I was super shy. I didn't go to college, anything like that, but they gave me an opportunity and they didn't judge me. They didn't prejudge me from my, past experience because I had none. They gave me a chance and I grew within the company and I followed my coaches and I was just coachable. I was the most coachable person you could train. I just wanted to win so badly. And then I was able to become successful. And that's what I love about this opportunity, that we could give anybody a chance. Now, is everybody going to make it? Probably not. But how many people actually, for example, how many people start college and end college and graduate? I mean, you know that you're starting your master's program, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're starting that program and you're starting with a bunch of people, but by the time that you graduate, the group is going to be a lot smaller.
Exactly.
That's the same thing here. Yeah.
It's the reality. You're going to start something probably with a lot of people. Those same people may not be there. And it could be heartbreaking because you see the potential, whether it's what you're doing or going to college, not everybody's cut out for it. But, the good thing is that they're educated. So if they do decide to return or they see potential in themselves, then they can always come back. And I think that's the beautiful thing about education. And it's just not in the college sense. It's not just educating yourself makes you feel more powerful, more confident because you know what you're doing and you know what you're bringing. So Joey, I can guarantee a lot of people want to get to know you as a person. They know what you do. They know you're doing amazing things, but we want to know, what are your plans? What are your goals for 2022?
Well, my first goal is, I want to be able to license and train 100 new people this year. That's my goal. I want to give out the opportunity to 100 new people that want to get licensed. And like you said, worst case scenario, if they do this, is that they're going to learn a lot about finances. So they get basically a free financial class. So I love that. Okay. My next goal is I want to help people get into, home ownership. I want to do 24 million of mortgage volume this year. So that's a lot of people we're helping out. And listen, I'm fully bilingual and I have a team that's bilingual, and that's hard to find. That's hard to find in the mortgage. You could find a realtor, but maybe not the lender speaking Spanish, so I'm able to do that. So 24 million and 250,000 in life insurance for the year. Okay. And then I want to help people start investing. I want to have at least 50,000 a month in monthly investment contributions. So all these numbers I'm talking about, it really translates to helping people. Okay. Because if I'm helping that many people invest, I'm helping that many people buy a house, I'm helping that many people get life insurance, we're creating legacies. All of those three things are legacy creations. Okay. So that's the focus. We want to help out the middle class community. I have a focus in the Hispanic community because I know growing up, I wish my parents would have sat down with somebody like me, but they didn't know anybody like me that can help them. So I want to be that voice, and we're creating a team of people that are going to be that voice as well.
Wonderful. Well, Joey, I know you're going to accomplish everything you set out to do this year. I have no doubt in my mind you are. Everybody, you have the chance, please connect with Joey. He's going to be tagged in this video. Please connect with him. If you just have questions and if you want to be educated, he's there. He's ready. Look at his goals that he's trying to accomplish. Help him reach his goals. You can contribute to that, and it's going to help you as well. So Joey, I know you were waiting for this question, the final question, and I don't know how many shows you've seen, but I asked everybody the same question to end off the show. What is your favorite type of pizza, and where is that pizza from?
Yeah, my favorite pizza. I'm a creature of habit, right? So I like to just get the plain pepperoni and cheese anywhere I go. That's my style. But there's this place in Lancaster called Luca, and they imported a oven from Italy.
Wow.
And the pizza just tastes so good there. I mean, it's so crunchy. You taste the smoky flavor. Like, you got to try it out. It's called Luca, and even the pasta there is great.
Wow, in Lancaster. Wow, yep. I would not think Lancaster. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Well, Joey, Thank you so much for being on the show. And as everybody knows, make sure you don't get too lost in the pizza sauce because, see, that's too much sodium. Everybody, thank you so much for watching the Pizza Time Chronicles. This is Joey Velez. Joey Velez, send everybody off.
Hey, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Please connect.
Until next time.